asked people all over the country of all different ages and backgrounds how they're adapting their own lives to social isolation or social distancing. And here's what they had to say.
We're trying to find this balance between getting outside safely and staying inside as long as we can without going crazy. You know, you have to put on a happy face for these kids, while also reminding them that things are different and mom and dad have to do this or that, and you know, things are stressful right now. And Joey caught me crying last week, and he came up to me and gave me a huge hug, started to cry with me, and told me it's okay to be sad, Mom. And you know, we tell our kids those things, that it's okay to be sad, it's okay to cry, and things can be hard, but that's life. And you know, let's wipe our tears and let's go build a robot out of blocks, and you know,
lots of that.
Lots of robots.
I'm still getting up not as early as I used to get up and train, because my commute's just, I walk downstairs and turn on my computer. But
exactly.
It's still it's hard to get out of bed, and that's not something I'm used to saying. It's hard.
Hi, my name is Alon and I live in Washington State. We've been seeing the impacts of COVID-19 for several weeks now, and the biggest change for me has been working from home. As a professional in higher education, I miss and worry about my students a lot. I've fully transitioned to using video tools to communicate with students, coworkers, friends, and family, and have been using that to not feel isolated. Seattle has blessed us with a few weeks of great weather and clear skies, so I've been enjoying walks throughout the neighborhood, seeing new growth among the trees and flowers blooming.
So I live about an hour outside of New York City, which is now considered to be the epicenter of the COVID-19 virus. So social distancing and it's a lot of small town coffee shops, pizza places, the local high school is right down the street from where I live. And you just don't see anybody out, and grocery stores are empty, towns are empty. It's very frightening and it's upsetting, and to go from such a happy place that I have such great memories of to it being pretty dull and quiet and a town of fear, it's very disheartening and unsettling.
During my social isolation, I am out in beautiful Arizona with my parents, and it's definitely been a change in pace, but personally I've been doing a lot of watercolor painting, a lot of outdoor activities like hiking and bike riding, and spending a lot of more time with my family, which has been something that's been very nice, but it's definitely a slow adaptation, but day by day it's becoming more normalized.
Hi everybody, today on my Chrissy reading time we're doing The Day No Pigs Would Die, and this is a picture of all my little family that is here on my Zoom, and we've been meeting every afternoon. These people, they live in Boston, they live in Pennsylvania, and I'm in my kitchen, and they're all my little grands and nieces and nephews. And we've been reading every afternoon at 5 o'clock, and it's been the best part of the whole quarantine for me.
I'm adapting to social distancing and staying at home pretty good. It took a minute or two to get used to it. The hardest things I had a problem with was letting go of things I no longer have control of.
I've just been really trying to keep my spirits up, get outside when I can go for a walk. I have the cats here to keep me company. I've been baking more, which has been great, and cooking new meals, which is exciting. So just kind of keeping myself preoccupied has really been the best part.
We're dealing with isolation. Pretty much the same way we were dealing with life before. My husband's shut in, so I'm in the house a lot. I have help, which is now limited to just bringing groceries. I walk with friends very carefully, 6 feet apart, but we're doing okay. That part's working out all right, and I hope it is for you too.
So life in isolation is definitely different than what my life used to be like a few months ago. And even though there's that feeling of feeling like you're kind of trapped in your house and you're not able to go out and do everything that you used to previously do, ever since I've got back from Israel, I was just studying abroad there, and I had to come home a little bit early. I have been able to spend like a bunch of time with my family, which is really awesome, because I honestly don't remember the last time that me and my sisters were all home together in the same house.
So I've gotten used to social distancing and isolation for the last 2 years now because I've been living out in the country. So it's pretty normal to not see your neighbors, which are miles away. I have adapted technically by reaching out to people through video chat or phone calls, text messages more. So just kind of been more, what's the word, more electronic-y, I guess, or virtual way of connecting with people than I would have before all this madness started.
I think the hardest part about adapting to social distancing is since you're out of school, you want to hang out with your friends a lot more outside of it, but not really able to do that with the social distancing measures.
So social isolation, it's a tough thing during this time. It's a scary time. So what I've been doing is focusing on myself, taking care of myself, because I can't help others if I don't take care of myself. Going out for walks, getting enough sleep, doing virtual happy hours or Zoom chats with family and friends. Just whatever I need to do to get by. And I hope that's the end result of this, that we start focusing a little more on ourselves and our own personal well-being. Thanks everyone, stay safe.
I'm still learning how to adapt my life to social isolation and social distancing, but I am out of work unfortunately at this time, so I'm really not going anywhere except for the supermarket occasionally. Otherwise, most of my communication has moved online with friends, with family. Even my church community is now doing streaming online. And besides that, I'm just working on job applications and other side projects.
During this time, I have certainly found that I have more patience than I ever thought in regards to working from home and homeschooling, but I'm also the in-house barista.
I've been doing online dance classes, online schooling, and helping my parents work technology.
I've been making letters and crafts to send to people.
Everybody, so I've been keeping myself occupied during this isolation by doing as many creative things as I can. I'm an artist, so a lot of singing, a lot of videos with my family. We did a fun TikTok video, and I like to share those videos on Facebook with my family and friends to hopefully give them much needed laughs during this crazy time, because we all need to keep the humor.
So adapting life with social isolation now has been a challenge. But one thing that I think we have found collectively as a family is to find other things to occupy your time. Is to take some time to maybe listen to music and be present in what you're doing at the moment.
Staff and I are all making, the goal was at least 10 phone calls a day, connecting with 10 people a day, just checking in. How you doing? What do you need? What's going on? So I think that everyone's reaction is different. Some people are loving it. They're loving the isolation. Many people work from home already.
Yeah.
But it's tough as it wears on. But we can pause and we can think, all right, what's God trying to do in the midst of this? What's the good thing God is trying to do in my life and for my life? And I certainly see that there's a humanizing that's going on. People have slowed down. Is it stressful being with your kids? Yeah, but there's a lot of memories being made right now with games and creative things. Parents are going to be much more grateful for their kids' teachers. I just think it's helpful to have a framework sometimes. Again, what's the long-term effect? Are we being called to simplicity? Perhaps gratitude, perhaps, all sorts of things that God might be doing in our lives if we're able to pay attention to it.